Hey everyone, it's Julie Salant. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a completely different video. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Couple things. So if it's your first time here, my name is Julie Salant. I am a spiritual teacher and I'm an animal communicator. I help people find their gifts, help them with their mindset, help them get into alignment and figure out what in the hell they're doing here on planet Earth and how to move forward. And this is something that a lot of people struggle with, is finding their gifts and then understanding how do I move forward and what do I do next. So I'm here to help you with all that. So just wanted to let you know who I am. If it's your first time here, welcome. Today I'm going to be talking not about numerology, so that's what I usually do, but this time it's about our pets, because I haven't done a video on animals in quite a while. And animals are my true love. I love animals more than people. People laugh at me and I'm like, I'm serious. But why wouldn't I be? Because they're so amazing and they're so loving and wonderful. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you. So I just wanted to just do a quick video on what I do and how it works. So I was born an empath. I am a person who is very sensitive. I can feel everything. I can feel your emotions, your thoughts. I can even feel your pain if I want to, but I try not to. And I can see people's energy. One of my superpowers is to be able to see where you're blocked and how to move forward. I can, no human can see everything for themselves. We all need help, including myself, right? So I am one of those people who can see your energy and find the blockages and help you remove them. So as far back as I can remember, I was always talking to animals. I was taught when I was little that animals were just as amazing as humans and that they're no less than just because they're four-legged or different. And so I've always spoken to animals just as I'm speaking to you right now. Always, 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 always. And I learned when I was 15 years old that I was able to converse with them. So basically, an animal communicator is someone who can actually understand what the animal's saying. When I say I have full-on conversations with them, I do. That means that I can ask them questions and they answer back. They talk to me just like I'm talking to you now. They all have their own voices, their own cadences. They can be, very, hi, how are you? Or they can be, hey, what's up? Or they can be even like, I don't want to talk to you right now. I'm really not feeling you. Or I'm busy eating my carrots, as my horse would do. I can speak to almost all animals. It doesn't matter where they are. They can be in Spain. They can be in Portugal. They can be in Italy. They can be anywhere. They can also have crossed over to the other side. And that is where I do a lot of my work, helping people with their questions if their animal's passed on, right? Because a lot of times if you put your animal down, even if your animal is sick, we a lot of times feel very guilty about that. And we want to make sure that our animal's okay. We want them to know that we love them. And so that's what I do. I carry your message and your questions to your animal on the other side, and the animal responds back with the answers and then their own information that they want you to know. So if you think about it, I'm like the go-between, right? So I'm the person that's interpreting what your animal is saying to you. I've had horses all my life. I've had dogs and cats all my life. I've spoken to birds. I can speak to wild animals as well. Like my totem animal is a hawk and eagles. So it doesn't matter. And the way it works is, the best way I can describe it is that it's an energy frequency. We're all on our own energy frequency. All humans have a frequency, which allows us to understand each other. It's the same with animals, right? And so with horses, per se, or cats, or dogs, or birds, I just get on their frequency. If they've passed on, all I need is a picture and a name, and then I can ask them anything. And they're very forthcoming. Animals never lie. They're always very, very happy to talk to their past owners. And some of the things, so that's what I do. And some of the things that I offer help in, let's just say for horses or dogs or cats, it can be anything. It's a lot about behavioral questions if they're still here. So in other words, you may have a horse and you may have moved barns recently. For horse owners, this can be very traumatic for the horse. They're very sensitive beings. So I will find out, you know, how is it where you are? Are you being treated okay? What's happening? Has there been any abuse, any neglect? What's going on when I'm not there? If a new trainer's brought on, I can find out that too. So anything that you want to ask them, I can help with. Is the feed okay? Are your feet okay? Are you having any pain in your body? That's a big one. If you're experiencing behavioral issues where your horse might be, maybe you got thrown, right? And you're having a hard time reconnecting back in and trusting your partner and trusting yourself. I work with people because I've gone through that myself. Because as an empath and intuitive, I've dealt with fear a lot, right? And I got thrown from my horse a few years ago, and it just taken me quite a long time to get over it. I'm not gonna lie, because your body heals, but your mind, really, it takes time. You lose trust in yourself and you lose trust in your horse. Even though I know I didn't blame my horse, I didn't get mad at him. It just happened, right? Things just happen, right? But it was painful. I broke 7 ribs. It was super painful. And then I lost whatever confidence I had. So I needed help, right? So you would enlist somebody like me to help you talk to your animal and figure out, okay, maybe your horse thinks that you're mad at him or her. And I would be the person to say, you know what, your owner's not mad. Your owner just wants to know what happened and how can we rectify this? How can we move forward? And that kind of thing. For dogs and cats, a lot of people, if they're here on planet Earth, they'll ask me about moving to a new home. They'll ask me about, why is my dog not eating? What's changed? They'll ask me, let's see, what else do they ask me? They will ask me about behavioral changes. If all of a sudden your animal starts exhibiting things and doing things that they never did before, and you're like, what in the heck's going on? My sister has a dog who, I'll give you an example. He's super sweet. This dog will be upstairs. She has like a 2-level house. And so up on the 2nd floor, she's got a really nice deck. So people walk by, and the dog, it's like a switch. The dog will go into this guard dog mode and just like crazy, like he's on. And it can be with, it can be against people, it can be against other animals. And now, I mean, he can't get to them, obviously, but it's very much, he goes into like this red zone. So what I did was I worked with him on changing those patterns and finding out why. And what happened is that he was the last of his siblings that was adopted out. So he felt very abandoned. He felt never wanted, never good enough. He has trauma because he was heavy-handed when he was just a little puppy, and he had to fight for his food. So anytime an animal has to fight for food, they can be aggressive around food, right? And these are things you need to know. And he needed to have someone like me come in and help, and also a trainer to come in to help. I am not a trainer. Okay, I'm not a horse trainer, I'm not a dog trainer. What I do is completely different. So I'm the intermediary, right? I speak the language so that you understand, your questions are answered. And then they also have the chance to speak. It's very, very important, because whether you know this or not, and it's the same with cats, whether you know this or not, your animals are always trying to help you. Your animals always will have your best interests at heart, and any negative energy, vibrations, experiences that you have as a human, when you come home or you go to the barn, whichever it is, those animals are always trying to help you, right? Always. They're trying to take your negative energy so that you feel better. You may not know this, but that's what they're doing. And it doesn't matter the size. They can be small Chihuahuas, or they can be Great Danes, or they can be a big horse. The size doesn't matter. It's energy, right? So they're always trying to help you, and they're always trying to make you smile. A lot of times what people don't realize is that dogs and cats do something I call pattern interrupt. So if they get into a pattern where, let's just say you are struggling right now and you're searching for a job, and you know money's tight, and you have a lot of pressure on you, financial pressure, whatever it may be. So you know you're coming home and you're trying your best, but you're kind of depressed and you've got a lot of anxiety and you're not sleeping at night. It's funny because the animals will show me you not sleeping. So what happens is I'll be like, so I see you're not sleeping at night. You're getting up in the middle of the night, going to get a drink of water. What's going on? They look at me like, how do you know that? And I'm like, because they just told me that. They show me. They show me from their perspective. So from them being, you know, down here on the ground, say that this is your bed, and they're here, and they show me you getting up and pacing and going, oh my gosh, I'm so worried about this, or I'm so worried about that. And then they show me you going to, you know, get a drink of water or milk or whatever. They show me all this. And most of the time people are astounded, because what you don't realize is you show your pet everything, right? Especially if you live with them, obviously. And they see it all. They see the good, they see the bad, they see the in between, because we are who we are at our house, right? There's no heirs at our house. And so they show me where you're struggling and where they're trying to help, right? And they try to help. So what I was saying about pattern interrupt is, let's just say that you're having a moment and you're crying, or you have a lot of depression, and all of a sudden your dog starts like spinning around in a circle, and you're like, what are you doing over there? And the dog keeps spinning and spinning and spinning, and then you start laughing. That's all the dog wanted. The dog is doing that not because he wants to spin around. The dog is doing that so you'll stop being nervous and stop having anxiety just for a minute and laugh. A lot of times what they say to me is, I wish my owner would laugh more. I wish my owner would take me out more and we could go on walks together. I wish my owner trusted me more, or learned, you know, listened to me a little bit more, because I'm really here for them. And trust me, I've always had rescues. If you have a rescue, they are so grateful. They know they are rescued. They know that you're helping them, and they are very grateful. But if you're having behavioral issues, I can help, and then we can bring in a trainer. But if they've passed on, I had a woman, she's actually a friend and a colleague, a client, I'm sorry, and her dog had passed away. And we knew there was something going on, but she didn't know what. Now, here's the thing, I always get tested, and it's okay. She had taken the dog, had passed away, and had gotten, you know, find out how the dog had died. But she didn't tell me that. All she said was, my dog died, very traumatic. I love this dog more than anything. And because I don't have, you know, my kids are my animals, right? And I told her exactly what happened, because the dog showed me. The dog had been murdered by someone, and they showed me how, and it was poison. And the way it showed up to me was poison in big letters, like poison. And when that happens, that's very, very big sign. Like, and I have to tell the person exactly what your animal says in their words, not mine. I cannot interpret. So if it's hurtful, I can't help it. But most of the time it's very healing and helpful. I told her it was poison, and I showed her who did it. They lured the dog out, and then they killed the dog, because the dog always sounded the alarm with these people. They were bad people, right? And she said, okay, well, thanks for the confirmation, because I took my dog and I got an autopsy and they said it was poison. And I was like, so you have to understand that this is really not me. I can't really take credit for this. I was born this way, but I have a very, very amazing team with God on my side, and all my archangels, all my totem animals, and all of my guides helping me. They will interpret for me, and they help me at all times. So it's really just through me that the information's coming. I'm not the one that has the special spark. I can, you know, make the connection, but it's really about the realms, God, and whatever you believe in, and them telling me what's going on. So that's what happens. So I go in and I talk to them, and I bring you back information and messages. And there was one lady, I remember I was on the radio show, and I had done interview, people call in, and she had called me afterward, and her cat was really sick. And the next day she said, I'm going to take my cat to be put down. My cat's very uncomfortable and not moving well. And I was like, okay, let me tune in real quick. And holy crap, the cat was like, tell her not to put me down. I'm not ready. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. So I told her, and she's like, well, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I'm like, she does have some stuff wrong. She has energy blockages. She does need to go to the doctor again. And she really didn't have the money, and it really broke my heart. She was trying everything she could. So I supported the cat as much as I could by taking away the negative energy, filling the cat with light. And my guides did an awesome job. And she wasn't eating either. And she just said she felt so bad. You know, when you're so sick, you just can't eat, you can't move. But we released some of that negative energy. And then the cat did start to eat, felt more comfortable. And so instead of going and passing away, you know, that day at the doctor's office, the cat lasted another 3 weeks and then passed away at home really peacefully. But they had extra time together. So it's really beneficial in any case. And especially also, let's just say back to the horses, if you have a new trainer and it's not working out and you don't understand why, or if something's happened to your horse, they would talk to me all the time and say things like, please tell my owner to stop jumping me, my feet hurt and I can't do it anymore. I can do other things. Please tell her not to get rid of me because I love her. I've been with her since I was just a foal, but you know, I can't jump these high jumps. Either she can move the jumps down, that would help me, or we can just do something flat like dressage, you know? So it's really awesome. I love what I do. So that's what I do. That's how I help. And I would love to help any of you. So I've opened up some slots if you would like my help to talk to your animal. Also, if you are thinking about getting an animal through rescues, I can also help you with that too. And I have found a lost animal in the Swiss Alps as well, a lost dog. So, and he was brought back the next day. So I do a lot of different things. But if you need my help, I would love to help you with readings. So just contact me. All my information's below. I do a lot of pet readings and I'd be happy to do so. We do it over Zoom. I connect in with your animal first. You can ask 2 questions and then I come to the table with that information and then I'll channel in with them again with you live there. So hope this helped, guys. Let me know if you have any questions and I'm looking forward to talking with you soon. Thanks.